Welcome to Strategic Digital Tech's Digital Driver Recruiting Program. So we know that digital traffic is crucial to your driver recruiting and carrier network. So we want to show you how to utilize that to recruit more drivers. So we understand that people in the industry are facing several struggles. That's driver shortages or being able to effectively build your carrier network if you're a broker looking for owner-operators or fleet owners. Finding the traditional methods of advertising to attract the drivers and owners don't seem to work for you anymore. Seeing that the truck stop, kiosk, and fuel pump advertising only reach a small portion of drivers, and your company just kind of gets lost in the shuffle. You're also maybe finding that standard digital advertising options may be too expensive and not effective. Or maybe you just don't have a real plan to get in front of more potential drivers. So we can help change that for you. To start, we've looked at new trends that can make it easier for you to stand out in front of your competitors, turn your website into a powerful tool to build your driver and carrier network, and to help you get in front of drivers and fleet owners almost effortlessly. So let's look back at some trends, and the tide really has changed for the first time in history, starting back in about 2016. We've seen people go from their standard communication and ways that they receive entertainment and information to a much more digitalized version. So, people aren't using their TVs as much unless they're using apps, maybe Roku TVs, Google TVs with Prime or Netflix or Hulu, and they're really on their social media apps. So everything that you need is more right there in the palm of your hand than going to find a newspaper, watch the news, watch the local TV. So people have changed their advertising strategies to get away from radio and TV and even search advertising to display ads. You may be asking yourself, what are display ads? Those are the ads that you see when you go online and there's ad space at the top, bottom, or side. Those are your digital display ads, and they can appear on any website that has ad space. So you could see your own ads on display. You need drivers to keep freight moving, and what's the best way to get your company in front of professional drivers? And that is digital traffic. There's three major ways to get traffic: SEO, PPC AdWords, and display ads. SEO, or search engine optimization, takes a lot of time. First, you have to build it up to make sure you're at the top of the search, and you got to maintain that. There's a lot of competition. You have to have somebody who's on it 24/7 to make sure they know how the analytics are working, what the trends are. There's no guarantee that you'll stay at top or even go to the top. There's, again, high competition, and that can be very expensive to engage an advertising agency to use search engine optimization to put you at the top, especially if you're doing it on a national level. There's also pay-per-click AdWords. They're instant. You can, purchase your AdWords space and get started right away. But there's also high costs and high competition there. So those keywords that would benefit you also benefit every other transportation company out there. So you're going to be fighting for the same space. So that can end up being very expensive. Then you have display ads. They're instant. Once they're approved, they're out there in the internet space. There's a lower cost, lower competition, and it can be designed to fit into any budget. So whether you're looking for something small on a local level or something larger on a national level, we can work any budget into the display ads. So let's compare PPC or pay-per-click versus your digital display ads. With PPC, your marketing is placing your ad in front of someone based on the specific words they're searching for. So somebody actually has to type in those keywords, and you also only pay for the clicks, but they can be very expensive depending on how competitive those keywords are. So they could range from $20 to $80 just for one click. There's also no branding or no ability to follow up with people that click on your ad. With your display ad marketing, we're placing your ads on websites based on your target market's interests. So whether they're, looking for truck stops, checking on sports, whether music, travel, whatever the case may be, based on the typical interest for that demographic or that specific demographic, we can target those ads. So you're paying typically based on the cost of impressions, not clicks. So that can range from $50 to $25 to $50 just for 1,000 impressions. So compare that, 1 click versus 1,000 impressions. And you have long-term branding and the ability to follow up with visitors based on their engagement level. So there's 2 types of display ad marketing. There's your retargeting and your cold targeting. So retargeting, these are people that visit your site and then don't contact you right then and there. We know based on studies that 96% of website visitors don't contact that site that they're visiting. So with retargeting, someone visits your site, we capture 100% of those visitors on that particular page, and we drop a browser pixel on them. That browser pixel captures them. Then we're only marketing to those website visitors as they visit any other site. And this follows them for 1 to 3 months, or typically until the time they're ready to apply. So let's say somebody fully intends to apply to your company. They get on the page and then they're interrupted by something and they just don't go back. Well, as long as we've had that browser pixel, that's going to capture their information. So the next time they get online and let's say they're checking the weather, they're going to see your ad pop up, and that's going to continue to pop up as they browse the web the next time and the next time they're on the web. With cold traffic, you're driving new recruits to your door. So you're placing your ads on sites that interest your target market or based on their demographic or location. So you're marketing to everyone that visits those sites or from that city or that area. We can even target it so much as to a specific location. We can split test your benefits, reputation, and brand ads to maximize the clicks. We also do split testing. So with the split testing, you can see which ads are doing the best, what days are doing the best, what time of day is doing the best. You can see where those impressions go and how many clicks you're getting from those particular impressions on those sites. So we will be able to adjust and really go in and help you get the most of your campaign by using the split testing. And you may be asking, how can cold targeting and retargeting campaigns increase your recruiting network and improve your bottom line? Well, ask yourself these questions. How many drivers carry a cell phone? I bet all of your drivers have a cell phone, and I bet they're smartphones. How much is it costing you each week to lease a truck that doesn't move? How much revenue are you losing each week by turning down loads that you just don't have the ability to move? And how much revenue could you earn if just 5 drivers that you were marketing to came on board with your company? So just a refresher, we have the cold targeting and the retargeting strategies. So, we're placing those ads on sites that are of interest of your target market or those specific demographics that you're looking for. We market to those drivers where they're parked at specific truck stops, or we're marketing to specific carriers. We split test your ad results to maximize clicks. Your drivers click through to your website. We capture them with that browser pixel. We're marketing your website to them as they continue to browse the web and go on other sites. And again, that follows them for about 90 days. We had mentioned before, 96% of website viewers never contact you. And we don't know why. Nobody knows why they don't. But we know that they all fall into one of three categories. So applicants are those people that are looking for good benefits and perks. So they're going to be looking and paying attention to ads that show that show great compensation, great benefits. We have those that are looking for a reputable company with a careers page. So, they're going to look at somebody who's got driver testimonials on them, how great it is to work for your company. Then you have those that are looking for a specific culture or carrier type. Those are your branding ads. So you're telling people in those ads exactly what it is that you do and who you are. And the secret that a lot of your competitors don't know is you can multiply your results almost 10 times by doing those ads that are focused on all three different applicant types and running them throughout your campaign. So if you have those going, it prevents banner blindness. And what we mean when we say banner blindness is when you see the same ad pop up over and over and over again, you kind of forget it's there. You just don't see it because you've seen it so many times. So if we get your campaign going and the driver sees a branding ad, then a benefit ad, then a reputation ad, then another branding ad, they're seeing your company, but they're seeing it in different lights, different ads. So they're not getting that banner blindness. And at some point you're speaking to each applicant type based on the multiple types of ads that you're running. So again, we mix that up throughout your campaign and, multiply your retargeting funnel by 10 times. And we make sure that you're reaching the right people at the right time. So your message is seen by drivers while they're stopping for fuel, or they're taking a break, or while they're at a carrier's loading at a distribution facility. If those drivers are there, we can target those locations. So those viewers will click on your ads to see your driver career page or your partner carrier enrollment page, and they apply or are marketed to for the next 90 days. Now, what if you don't have a specific site or specific driver or carrier pages? Well, we can provide you with that. We can create a landing page that's mobile friendly, easy to navigate, and directs visitors to apply. So what are the next steps? Well, determine the solution that works best for you. Is it just the recruiting campaign that links to your website, or are you needing the campaign and a landing page for people to apply directly with you? We'll have a brief kickoff meeting to set the expectations, answer any questions, and formulate a budget. Our team of designers and campaign specialists get started right away to build your successful recruiting campaign for you, and you'll receive monthly reports to review the effectiveness of your campaign.